Hello and welcome to Tech Trends with me, Olayemi Odunuga. On this week's show, P2Vest Technologies, a peer-to-peer lending platform, is changing the system of borrowing and lending money. And I also talked to tech influencer and creator Cyril Okoy, also known as Cypher, about the launch of the Infinix Zero 30 smartphone. Don't forget, this is the program that takes you on a ride in 25 minutes to seek out innovation and creativity that are unique to Africa. The threat landscape continues to expand, while cyber threats are continually becoming more sophisticated. This has convinced organizations to expand their security policies and deploy more security solutions. A peer-to-peer lending platform, P2Vest Technologies Limited, is promoting financial inclusion by transforming the way people access credit and lend money. Using artificial intelligence as part of the credit score algorithm, the startup built a marketplace to help people take control of their debt, grow their businesses, and invest for the future. They have also built an online insurance marketplace that makes it easy to make claims on insurance products. Meet Austin Abolusoro, a Nigerian entrepreneur trying to bridge the financial inclusion gap in the lending and borrowing space using a digital lending platform called P2Vest Technologies Limited. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, Austin, with his co-founder Samuel, was inspired to start up the company to change the way people access credit and lend money using technology.
I have worked in the bank and I have seen a lot of people face problems with accessing credit, and I've seen a lot of things happening already in the technology sector where a number of fintechs are also offering credit. But then I was looking at how to offer credits in a more unique way, and so we decided to set up a platform for peer-to-peer lending.
P2Vest is a digital peer-to-peer financial service platform that not only offers lending solutions but also insurance services. The tech startup wants to make it easy for individuals to access loans and take control of their debt by bringing both parties together on one platform.
We started with offering a lending platform that allows people who need money to come, those are borrowers, to come to our platform, and then those who have money to bring their fund to our platform, and then they can transact. So that's the seamless way and the ease of doing it wasn't existing the way we saw it. We wanted to provide an option for people instead of going to regulated lenders or banks or microfinance organizations. You could actually borrow money from individuals directly and get paid to pay that person without necessarily knowing the person. A platform just offering that. We give that power to the lender. They make the decision. We don't make the decision on their behalf. What we do is we take information, we take the data of the borrower, we score the borrower, we apply different kind of algorithms, and then we come up with a score and tell the lender this is the score of this borrower, and then we actually provide the profile of the borrower to the lender.
But before the transaction gets to that stage, both the borrower and the lender go through multiple checks in a verification system.
This is all technology driven, all right? As we say, we have kind of scoring algorithm which we continue to improve. We check BVN of the borrower, we do address verification, we check the kind of accounts they are presenting, and then we analyze the earnings, the financial data that they provide to us. We somehow also get their data from the banks and analyze it. We look at their average daily balances, their monthly earnings, the regular earnings that they have. Based on all that, we come up with a score. We look at is this person, as the person, we check credit bureau also. is this borrower, is it the kind of person that have been borrowing from other people and not paying back? Based on all this information, we make a decision whether you even proceed to get your data to a lender or not.
The COVID-19 pandemic placed a number of startups on the edge, presenting difficult times for their businesses. But for the P2Vest team, the outbreak gave them a nudge.
Starting a business at the COVID time was like a no-no, or was like, a wrong idea. But, today looking back, you find that there are so many businesses that started around that time and are doing very well today, especially technology-driven business. For us, it was an advantage, it was an opportunity because there was no movement. And we were starting a technology business that we need some time to actually develop this platform, because everything we did by ourselves, we developed the app by ourselves. We assembled a team, even though most of us were working remotely with each other, but it gave us that time. There was no point of people are just roaming around the street. People were just sitting in their houses, and then there was enough time to really work. And we come online every day or every other day to review where we were on the project. I think the COVID actually helped us to achieve more mileage in terms of the speed of delivery compared to if it was a time where there were high level of activities and people are engaged in so many things, and then we may not have even achieved as much in terms of the speed. So at that moment, we were able to just engage and fully dedicate our time on developing the app. And then by the time it was ready, we launched September 2020. Especially September 15, 2020, after we've gone through different levels of testing with friends or families and different people, then we launched it to the public.
Even though one major problem the startup is still grappling with is how to compel defaulters to pay back their loans without any hassle, they say they remain committed to helping people take control of their debt, grow their businesses, and invest for the future. Eager early adopters recently descended upon a Mexico City cafe where their eyes were scanned by a futuristic sphere, part of an ambitious project that ultimately seeks to create a unique digital identification for everyone on the planet. The so-called Worldcoin Project is a biometric verification tool led by Sam Altman, the chief executive of OpenAI and the crypto company he co-founded, Tools for Humanity.
The point of the iris.
In a video interview, Sam Sadhu, the public policy chief at Tools for Humanity, sought to calm worries over the project's use of personal data.
We have a data deletion request portal on our website that people can use at any time, and we delete the data on file. The iris code is useful for nothing. The iris code is all it is a proof of uniqueness. It in and of itself has no value. And it is stored on a secure server and never to be addressed in any other function other than to prove your uniqueness.
After the orb scanner captures each user's iris, it converts the image into a unique numerical code called an iris code, which Sadhu stressed can only be used to prove the user's identity.
The point of the iris biometrics is simply to confirm that you are human, that you are alive, and that you are unique. The image on default is deleted, and the only piece that is kept is the iris code.
But a Latin America policy analyst at digital rights group Access Now warned that gaps in Worldcoin's privacy notice and the dangers of giving one's biometric data could create security risks.
First of all, in the privacy notice, they don't clearly mention the time frame in which this collected biometrics data is processed and retained. For example, the iris. Second, because they don't clearly set the ownership of the hash that is generated and possibility or lack of it, that users will be able to delete this information that make them identifiable.
Mexico is one of nearly 36 countries where participants are allowing the sphere outfitted with cameras and dubbed an orb to scan their iris. The project's goal is to distinguish people from bots online while doling out a cryptocurrency bonus as an incentive to participate. H2Fly, a Germany-based developer of hydrogen-focused aviation solutions, has achieved a milestone by completing the first public flight of an electric aircraft powered by liquid hydrogen. The company's founder and CEO, Joseph Kalu, said it was the final technology breakthrough needed to show that hydrogen-powered aviation is feasible.
So the combination between liquid hydrogen storage, the fuel cell which is here beneath, and the electric motor gives us long-range flights, which we think can change the aviation.
The HY4 demonstrator aircraft is powered by a hydrogen electric fuel cell propulsion system and cryogenically stored liquid hydrogen. By using liquid hydrogen instead of gaseous hydrogen, the plane's maximum range has been doubled from 750 kilometers to 1,500 kilometers, enough to fly from Paris to Lisbon, which are 1,453 kilometers apart. Kalu believes that this improvement can change the aviation.
So this is a world first using liquid hydrogen storage with a fuel cell and an electric motor to propel an aircraft. And this achievement shows us that it is possible not only to fly with hydrogen, which we have shown for 100 times in the last couple of years, but also to go long range. So the high density of the liquid hydrogen gives us the opportunity not only to fly emission-free, but also to fly long range. And this is the world first, which was the last technology break we needed to show that aviation with hydrogen is feasible. Liquid hydrogen can be produced very efficiently, and we can use the renewable energy from solar and from wind to produce that liquid hydrogen. Liquid hydrogen can be stored and also transported to the airplane, to the airport, and then based on that we can use that as a fuel, as a normal fuel, to fly with fuel cell systems and electric planes.
Planes powered by liquid hydrogen also enable emission-free flights, especially as liquid hydrogen can be produced from solar and wind energy. H2Fly is now focusing on commercialization and plans to open a hydrogen aviation center at Stuttgart Airport in 2024. The company's goal is to advance hydrogen electric aircraft technology for sustainable air travel. Infinix Nigeria has released a new addition to its products line of the Zero series, which is the 030. This latest smartphone portfolio is suggested to bring a new premium experience to its users. And tech influencer and creator Cyril Okoye, also known as Cypher, tells us more about the device. It's nice to meet you, Cypher. Thank you so much for joining us on Tech Trends.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Tell me, Cypher, what do you think Infinix was trying to achieve with the launch of the 030 smartphone?
I think Infinix was going for the perfect device for vloggers. I think one of the special features, the 4K 60 frames per second selfie camera, they created something that would be perfect for everybody. Gen Z, older person, content creator, everyday guy. Get your phone, bring it out, take the perfect selfie, video, create something that would last forever. So I think they wanted a device that would create stories for people.
Tell me, Cypher, as a tech influencer and creator who has handled the device, what are your thoughts?
For my test so far, I think it's an amazing device. I took it for a spin, took it to Landmark, tested the 108 megapixel camera. I got a lot of good photos. I won't lie, like it exceeded my expectation. The front camera, same thing. Took a lot of good videos, pictures. I even made videos and asked my followers on IG to rate the camera, and I got a lot of good replies. They loved it.
Now, for many smartphone users, one of the qualities or features that they look out for when trying to make a purchase decision is the camera quality. How has Infinix been able to elevate the camera experience for users in, with the Infinix Zero 30?
Oh, they did a lot. Like, normally when you see upgrades from most brands, it's just one or two things and they just repackage and throw it out. But with this, it was a whole new package. For example, they made a better main camera. It had a lot of options. For the price point, you hardly see smartphones with 4K, 60 frames per second, but this one had that. Selfie camera too, you had 4K, 60 frames per second. For this price point, competing brands or competition brands would give you 1080p or even 2K. So having 4K, 60 frames, not even 24 frames, 60 frames, that's smooth. It's a lot.
What more can you tell us about the significance of the front camera resolution and frame rate, that Infinix has introduced for vlogging on the device?
Okay, so there's a feature I like. It's really, really exciting. It's called double take. So instead of having two phones, for example, as we're having this interview, instead of having two phones, for example, one camera facing you, one camera facing me, I'll just use one device and I'll use the double take feature. And I can record you while recording myself. And we have two takes, and when I'm done, I have two 4K quality videos separately, and I can edit and make one good YouTube video. It's amazing, like you hardly see it on most Android phones. For example, now, if you are the one making the video, so the selfie camera is facing you, while the main camera is facing me. So the screen will be split into two, and we can see each other, separate audio, separate video, and when you're done, it will save separately.
Can you share 5 things that you find most interesting about the Infinix Zero 30 device, Cypher?
Oh, 5. I can go more than 5, but let me stick with the 5. Now, one of the features that is mind-blowing is the refresh rate. So for example, the average high-end brand has 120 Hz refresh rate. This device has 144 refresh rate. So what that means is that the speed of scrolling, gaming, watching video is very fast. So per 1 second, it refreshes 144 times. So that's just one amazing part of it. Another thing, it has a curved screen. So when you're digesting media, it's more immersive. So every movement from end to end. So for example, if a car is moving till it passes to the end of the screen, you can actually see the movement. And it's an AMOLED screen, so it means colors, everything is sharp. Another thing about it is the battery. The battery is something, I feel people don't talk about it that much. So it's a 5G device, which means it has very good internet quality. So with good internet means the battery drains fast, but not with this device. So it has a 5000 mAh battery, and even with 5G, I'm saying gaming, downloading, you can actually use the phone for 24 hours. I don't want to call brands, but I'm not sure there are many devices that can do that. Another thing about the phone that's amazing, let me see, the speakers. It has a dual stereo speaker. For that price point, it's kind of hard to find that because, so every phone has like a cost to make it. So for example, both brands will give you speakers, good screen. Then they will take away, let's say, maybe refresh rates, or maybe give you a mono speaker. But this phone has dual stereo speaker, which is amazing. So if you are playing game, you're hearing Dolby sound very clear, or if you're holding the phone by the edge, you still have another speaker to give you good sound. So it comes with a 68 watt charger, and an average flagship phone takes an hour 45 minutes to charge. This one takes 30 minutes to charge from 0 to 80, and for the battery to not spoil over time, 0 to 80, 30 minutes, and it would charge from 80 to 100 very slowly to actually keep your battery healthy. So that's one thing amazing about that.
5G is the in thing now. Is the 030 5G compatible?
Oh, the 5G band on the Infinix 030 is really good. For example, most devices have 2.5 gigahertz speed for hotspotting. So for example, now let's say your device is a 5G device. So if you want to hotspot someone, or if you want to hotspot your laptop, the speed is at 2.5 gigahertz. But with this device, you have 5.0 gigahertz. So that's like the exact 5G speed you're getting from your phone, you're giving out. It's really fast. You can get up to, depending on your area, but you can get up to 1 terabyte speed from this device.
For the average person who would like to buy this device based on, all the features that you've highlighted, how affordable is it? It's
actually affordable because what you're getting is flagship quality for that price point. It's about 318,800, if I'm right. And for flagship devices, you don't get that, especially with the features: battery, camera, refresh rate, chipset. I forgot to mention chipset. It has a Dimensity 8020 chipset. That chipset has a benchmark score of 600,000 plus. Now, when I say benchmark score, every chipset, every device has a benchmark score. So it's like the ranking to how good that device is. So for that price point, you don't get that chipset. So it's mind-blowing.
What kind of target audience do you think will be most attracted to the Infinix 030?
I think it will be within 18 to 35 or even more. Why I say 18 to 35 is because every young person wants to create a story, maybe without even knowing it. It's either you're a content creator or maybe you're someone that just likes to take good pictures or video, or you're out partying or with your friends or with family. So it's a device for everybody, but mostly creative people.
And as a tech influencer and creator, how would you rate this device?
As a tech content creator, I would say I'm not someone that is easily pleased, because whenever we get a new device, we have to dissect it and say, okay, are they packaging us, or is this the real deal? So if I would rate this device, I would say it's amazing. It has a lot to offer. And I can say this year, I haven't seen a lot from most smartphone brands, especially for the devices that are not that pricey. So to get a device like this with a good chipset, multitasking, good camera, good battery, I would say it's for the price point, I would say it's one of the best I've seen this year.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Tech Trends Cypher. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
Here's where we draw the curtain on the program this week. Thank you for watching. But as always, Tech Trends is here to share insights, trends, and developments happening in the tech space. If you missed any part of the program, you can always catch up on the channel's TV YouTube accounts where we have all of our episodes. And I encourage you to watch, share, and like your favorite editions. For Tech Trends, I'm Olayemi Odunuga. I'll see you next time.